Don't scroll. Don't skip. If this message found you, it's because you are chosen to hear it. Archangel Michael is whispering to your spirit right now. A divine transfer has already been scheduled in your name. Not tomorrow. Not someday. But tonight at exactly 8:15 p.m. And this isn't a transfer of just money. It's a transfer of peace, clarity, divine favor, restoration, justice, opportunities, and the things your heart has been secretly praying for. You thought God forgot? No. Heaven was preparing. Your name has been spoken in rooms your feet haven't walked into yet. Your tears have been counted as seeds. Your battles are about to return as blessings. Archangel Michael says, this is the moment where everything silently shifts in your favor. But listen carefully. The universe doesn't transfer blessings to distracted, doubtful, or half-believing hearts. Hold your faith. Stay alert. Be present. Because tonight, God is not just changing your situation. He is changing your level. Your destiny is being rerouted. Your story is being rewritten. Your season of waiting is transforming into a season of receiving. You will begin to see Sparkle's unexpected messages, unexplainable favor. Sparkle's financial release. Sparkle's divine connections. Sparkles and long-awaited answers. And when it begins, it will feel like, this cannot be random. This is God. Archangel Michael says, what was delayed is no longer denied. What was taken will now return multiplied. So, here's what you must do: stop complaining. Start expecting. Speak life. Prepare your heart. Because your new chapter does not need your stress. It needs your readiness. God is delivering something that prayer alone could not unlock. But faith and timing together finally have. And remember, your season is not changing tomorrow. It already changed when you started watching this video. So breathe, smile, and whisper slowly, I receive this. I am ready. Dove, if this message touched your spirit, take a moment, don't be shy. Like, share, and subscribe. So this divine confirmation reaches every destined soul that needs to hear it. Because when God sends a message, He speaks to many through one. Stay exactly where you are. Because if you're still listening, this message was not just meant to find you. It was meant to awaken you. Archangel Michael is guiding you to understand something deeper. Your life didn't delay because you were unworthy. It delayed because you were being prepared. There were doors you desperately wanted to open. But heaven kept them closed, not to punish you, but to protect you. Because what is destined for you is too valuable to be handed over while you are still healing, learning, and becoming. Read this with your spirit. Before the divine transfer arrives, the divine alignment must happen. That's why some people walked away. Some offers never came. Some plans got cancelled. Some friendships suddenly ended. You thought it was rejection. But it was actually protection. Archangel Michael says, I have removed what could block what belongs to you. You are not unlucky. You are protected. Nothing in your life has been random. Not your delay. Not your struggle. Not your tears. Not even this very moment. Heaven waited until you were ready to understand. Not just ready to receive. Now listen carefully, your divine transfer at 8:15 p.m. tonight is not just physical. It is spiritual. It is a shift in frequency. A shift in identity. A shift from survival into abundance. You will begin to feel this in ways that don't even make sense. Suddenly, your mind will become quiet. Your heart will feel light. Your spirit will feel safe. Your intuition will get sharper. And your faith will feel stronger. You may even feel a strange peace that you didn't ask for. That's not a feeling, that's activation. Archangel Michael says, this time, you won't chase. Blessings will chase you. Your hands will not return empty. Your prayers will not return unanswered. Your tears will not return unrewarded. But here's the instruction. Do not spend your next hours worrying. Spend them aligning. Speak life. Play worship. Write your intentions. Visualize your next level. Sit in gratitude, not for what you have, but for what is already on the way. Because gratitude doesn't just thank God. It pulls down what heaven has already signed in your name. Tonight's divine transfer is more than a moment. It's a turning point. So sit calmly and whisper. I am ready for what God has already prepared for me. And when it happens, not one piece of it will feel like luck. No, it will feel like prophecy fulfilled. If your spirit is receiving this confirmation, don't keep it to yourself. Because this message is not just for you. It is meant for every chosen soul who needs to wake up from spiritual exhaustion. So don't forget. Sparkles like. Sparkles share. Sparkles subscribe. Let this message travel. Until every destined heart finds what heaven has been trying to deliver. Tonight, at 8:15 p.m., heaven will not just give. Heaven will reveal why it waited. If your soul is still here, it's because your spirit knows something powerful is unfolding. Archangel Michael says, you are closer than you think. Closer than you feel. Closer than you realize. Your delay wasn't a punishment, it was a divine strategy. You were not being ignored. You were being prepared. There is a difference between what you want immediately and what is meant for you eternally. Heaven did not want to give it to you fast. Heaven wanted to give it to you right. You asked for open doors. But God decided to build new doors with your name on them. You asked for answers. But instead, God gave you wisdom. You asked for a quick blessing. But God gave you a new identity. So you don't just receive blessings. You attract them. Tonight's divine transfer is not just about receiving something. It's about becoming someone. Transformation is happening. The old you, The tired one, the doubtful one, the stressed one, is stepping aside. And the chosen version of you is finally stepping forward. The version of you that is bold, calm, aligned, graceful, intuitive, spiritually aware, and ready. Archangel Michael says, this time, your blessing won't just visit, it will stay. Because this time, you are not receiving blessings from a place of fear, but from a place of faith. Not from desperation, but from alignment. Not from panic, but from purpose. And that makes all the difference. Your spirit is entering a new realm, where you don't chase, you attract. Where you don't stress, you align. Where you don't beg, you prepare. The divine transfer scheduled at 8:15 p.m. tonight will not just change your circumstances. It will change your atmosphere. You will start sensing Sparkle's peace replacing anxiety. Sparkle's clarity replacing confusion. Sparkle's acceptance replacing overthinking. Sparkles and divine order replacing chaos. And that is how you will know it has begun. Archangel Michael also says, before God opens a new chapter, He closes old ones gently. So if things have been fading from your life lately, don't chase them. Blessings don't leave your life. Only burdens do. You are not losing. You are shedding. You are not being rejected. You are being redirected. Because heaven knows what you are about to carry requires both hands free. So breathe. Let go. And whisper softly, I am ready for divine alignment. I receive my transfer. Because your spirit just activated something greater than any effort, any plan, any strategy. Faith just unlocked it. Now, your only job is simple. Stay expectant. Stay aligned. Stay open. And yes, stay till the very end. Because you didn't come here by accident. You were guided here. If this spoke to your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Sparkles like. Sparkles share. Sparkles subscribe. So that this message reaches every soul heaven is guiding right now. Because when divine timing arrives, it doesn't just bless one person. It awakens many. And tonight at 8:15 p.m., heaven is awakening destinies. Starting with yours. If you're still watching, it means your spirit knows this isn't just a message. It's a confirmation. Archangel Michael says, there are moments when heaven doesn't speak through thunder, it speaks through whisper. This is that whisper. You keep asking, God, when will my life change? But heaven has been asking, when will your mindset change? Because destiny doesn't arrive when your situation improves. It arrives when your vibration improves. Before the divine transfer reaches your hands, it must first touch your mind, your heart, and your energy. Tonight's blessing at 8:15 p.m. is not just an outcome. It is an awakening. It requires you to think differently, speak differently, believe differently, receive differently. You must finally let go of these thoughts. Crossmark, what if nothing works out? Crossmark, what if I lose everything? Crossmark, what if I'm not ready? Crossmark, what if I'm too late? And replace them with sparkles, what if this is exactly the right time? Sparkles, what if everything is aligning now? Sparkles, what if I was never behind, I was always being positioned? Because Archangel Michael says, delays don't mean denial. They often mean preparation. Because your spirit just activated something greater than any effort, any plan, any strategy. Faith just unlocked it. Now, your only job is simple. Stay expectant. Stay aligned. Stay open. And yes, stay till the very end. Because you didn't come here by accident. You were guided here. If this spoke to your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Sparkles like. Sparkles share. Sparkles subscribe. So that this message reaches every soul heaven is guiding right now. Because when divine timing arrives, it doesn't just bless one person. It awakens many. And tonight at 8:15 p.m., heaven is awakening destinies. Starting with yours. If you're still watching, it means your spirit knows this isn't just a message. It's a confirmation. Archangel Michael says, there are moments when heaven doesn't speak through thunder, it speaks through whisper. This is that whisper. You keep asking, God, when will my life change? But heaven has been asking, when will your mindset change? Because destiny doesn't arrive when your situation improves. It arrives when your vibration improves. Before the divine transfer reaches your hands, it must first touch your mind, your heart, and your energy. Tonight's blessing at 8:15 p.m. is not just an outcome. It is an awakening. It requires you to think differently, speak differently, believe differently, receive differently. You must finally let go of these thoughts. Crossmark, what if nothing works out? Crossmark, what if I lose everything? Crossmark, what if I'm not ready? Crossmark, what if I'm too late? And replace them with sparkles, what if this is exactly the right time? Sparkles, what if everything is aligning now? Sparkles, what if I was never behind, I was always being positioned? Because Archangel Michael says, delays don't mean denial. They often mean preparation. You were never forgotten. You were being refined. Your heart was being shaped. Your patience was being tested. Your faith was being sharpened. So when your blessing arrives, you won't just take it. You will honor it. Your spirit is now reaching maturity. You no longer pray from fear. You pray from revelation. You no longer cry, why is this happening to me? You now whisper, show me what this is preparing me for. That is spiritual awakening. That is alignment. That is the point where heaven moves things in your favor. So, don't be surprised if sparkles someone calls to apologize. Sparkles a lost opportunity returns. Sparkles a door suddenly opens. Sparkles a breakthrough comes quietly, without noise, but with certainty. Because heaven works in patterns of grace, not pressure. Archangel Michael wants you to hear this deeply. When it happens, it won't feel like a miracle. It will feel like it was always meant to happen. No rush. No stress. No force. Just flow, alignment, and divine timing. Your only task now. Allow it. Do not block what you've been waiting for. Let go of the fear. Let go of the resistance. Let go of the overthinking. Because what is coming to you tonight does not need to be chased. It simply needs to be welcomed. So place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. And gently say, I am aligned. I am ready. I am chosen. Feel that shift? That's not emotion. That is activation. And when your story changes after tonight, when doors open, when peace returns, when blessings flow, you'll look back at this moment and realize the miracle didn't start at 8:15 p.m. It started when your faith awakened. Sparkles if you felt something shift inside you. Don't let this message stay here, let it travel. Dizzy like. Dizzy share. Dizzy subscribe. So more souls can receive what was destined to reach them too. If this message still holds you, it's because your spirit knows. You are not just listening anymore. You are aligning. Archangel Michael says, you're not waiting for the blessing anymore. The blessing is waiting for you to step into who you've become. You see, the greatest shift was never external. It was internal. Before heaven could change your life, it needed to change your spirit posture. You had to stop begging and start believing. You had to stop overthinking and start receiving. You had to stop chasing and start attracting. Because the divine transfer coming tonight at 8:15 p.m. is not just something you will hold in your hand. It is something you will carry in your identity. You will walk differently. Speak differently. Live differently. Not with arrogance, but with assurance. Assurance that sparkles what is yours cannot be taken. Sparkles what has your name on it cannot be delayed. Sparkles and what heaven has approved, earth cannot block. There was a time you prayed in fear. Now you speak with faith. There was a time you questioned everything. Now you pay attention to God's patterns. There was a time you felt broken. Now you understand that brokenness was just the shaping of a stronger vessel. Archangel Michael whispers, you are not the same person who cried in that waiting season. You have evolved. You have matured. You have stepped into alignment. And now, heaven is ready to trust you with what it withheld from you. Not because you chased it, but because you're finally ready to carry it. Your heart has softened. Your faith has deepened. Your spirit has awakened. You are no longer just hoping for your blessing. You are walking into it. So now, heaven asks you just one thing. Stay in position. Don't let panic make you step out of alignment. Don't let fear make you speak against your future. Don't let impatience lower your vibration. Because the moment your spirit believes without forcing, that's when the transfer is activated. You will feel it as peace first, before it appears as blessing. And when the physical blessing arrives, you won't feel shocked. You'll quietly smile and say, "This is not surprise. This is prophecy fulfilled." And that is how spiritual maturity receives miracles. Dizzy if this message is speaking to something deeper than just your mind. If it is touching your soul, then this message is not just meant for you. Someone else's destiny is connected to your share. Sparkles like. Sparkles share. Sparkles subscribe. Let it travel. Let it reach. Let it awaken. Part 7 will be the turning point. The moment where heaven reveals what this blessing is preparing you for. Not just what it is giving to you. If you're still here, your soul is not just listening, it is remembering. Archangel Michael says, your spirit already knows what your human mind is only beginning to understand. You are not just preparing to receive something. You are preparing to become someone. This divine transfer scheduled at 8:15 p.m. tonight is not just a blessing. It is an assignment. It is not just coming to you. It is coming through you. Because what heaven gives you tonight is not meant to stop with you. It is meant to flow through you to those connected to your purpose. You are stepping into a role you didn't choose, but one you were created for. A role where you will. Sparkles speak hope to those who are tired. Sparkles bring peace to those who feel lost. Sparkles carry light into dark places. Sparkles and be proof that divine timing is never late. Your journey was never about money, luck, or chance. It was about becoming aligned with your divine identity. That's why you didn't lose your mind in dark seasons. Because purpose protected you. That's why, even when people didn't understand you, something inside you said, "There's more for me. I just don't know what it is yet." Now, the revelation comes. Archangel Michael says, what you are about to receive is not random. It carries spiritual responsibility. And that's why you could not receive it earlier. Because heaven was not just preparing the blessing. Heaven was preparing you. Your spirit had to mature. Your patience had to grow. Your faith had to be refined. Your heart had to soften. So when you receive tonight, you don't just claim it. You carry it with wisdom. People will look at you and say, "You're different, but I can't explain how." They will not see money, success, or change. They will see glow. Peace. Alignment. Grace. Because what's coming is not just provision. It's presence. The presence of favor. The presence of protection. The presence of guidance. The presence of divine connection. This is not a moment. This is a mantle. Tonight, heaven isn't just upgrading your life. It is activating your purpose. You are becoming someone who doesn't just pray. You carry prayer. You don't just seek miracles. You attract miracles. And you don't just survive storms. You calm them. Because your spirit now walks with awareness. Not fear. Not doubt. But authority. So when the transfer arrives, don't just accept it. Step into it. Place your hand on your heart and say slowly, I receive not just the blessing, but the purpose behind it. And heaven will whisper, now, you are ready. Dizzy if this message awakens something deeper inside you. Don't keep it. Sparkles like. Sparkles share. Sparkles subscribe. Let it reach the souls who feel forgotten, but are secretly chosen. If you are still here, it means your heart didn't just hear this message. It aligned with it. Because this was never just a video. It was a divine appointment. Archangel Michael says, you didn't discover this message by scrolling. This message discovered you, by calling. Heaven has waited for this moment. The moment where you no longer just wish for change, but receive it, embody it, and carry it. Tonight at 8:15 p.m. You are not just stepping into blessing. You are stepping into identity. This is the shift where sparkles you don't chase opportunities, they recognize you. Sparkles you don't seek validation, your presence speaks for itself. Sparkles you don't fear endings, you honor beginnings. Because you have finally evolved into what heaven has always seen in you. You are not just being blessed. You are being entrusted. You are being entrusted with gemstone influence, but not small influence, divine influence. Gemstone alignment, where doors open without force. Gemstone authority, where your words carry spiritual weight. Gemstone peace, not temporary peace, but soul-level peace. Archangel Michael whispers, this is the season where what left you, blesses you. What hurt you, teaches you. And what delayed you, now elevates you. You will begin to notice something different. Not on the outside, but in your spirit. You will feel calm, but not passive. You will feel peaceful, but not weak. You will feel confident, but not proud. This is what divine maturity feels like. You are becoming the version of yourself that your younger self prayed to become. You have survived the emotional storms, the lonely nights, the silence, the waiting. But now you rise. Not because things got easier, but because you got wiser. Not because resistance ended, but because you stopped resisting God's timing. Tonight's divine transfer at 8:15 p.m. will not feel like a surprise. It will feel like a realization. A moment where your spirit quietly says, "This is what I was being prepared for. And that is why." You will receive it with grace. Carry it with wisdom. And protect it with prayer. Because this time, you are not receiving something temporary. You are stepping into something transformational. This is not good luck. This is God's timing. Not coincidence. Confirmation. Not random blessing. Divine inheritance. And now, your final spiritual key. Place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes gently. And declare softly, slowly, "I am ready. I am aligned. It is done." Dove and heaven responds. It has begun. Sparkles if this message touched your soul. Don't keep it. Let it spread. Let it reach those who feel forgotten, but are actually chosen. Dizzy like. Dizzy share. Dizzy subscribe. Because sometimes, one video is not just content. It is a divine call. Sparkling Heart end of series, divine transfer activation completed.